thought it was last Thursday.
Gubara.
I am the best ever, and you know it.
AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite live at 8 on TNT.
You need an Ecolab Scientific Clean here and here, which is why the scientific expertise that helps operating rooms stay clean now helps the places you go to. Look for the Ecolab Science Certified seal.
If I crave something, I have to have it. So what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there. Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
Behold, as the harmonious dance of savory burgers and sweet baked beans takes burger night to delicious new heights. Burger and baked bean harmony. Push's makes burger night beautiful.
You need an Ecolab Scientific Clean here and here, which is why the scientific expertise that helps operating rooms stay clean now helps the places you go to. Look for the Ecolab Science Certified seal.
It's your podcast.
You're watching Inside the NBA, brought to you by the K5 from Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA. Movement that inspires.
Yeah, it's not good. Obviously, the same thing, dude. It's not good losing anybody on your team. You lose your best player, it stinks. But we didn't come out with energy tonight. We thought we were just going to walk in and win the game. We didn't do anything to be able to show that we wanted to win this game tonight.
Wow, just the same point we're talking about before. Yep. Hey, the match. Capital One's the match is back. Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady returning to take on Bryson DeChambeau and Aaron Rodgers. Catch all the action from Big Sky July 6th at 5 o'clock Eastern on TNT. It's that time.
It's time for EJ's Bingo Saturday Night. Presented by No One.
Unsullied by sponsorship since
1989.
Thank you very much, Dr. O'Neill and Professor Smith. I'm going to show my age a little bit here, but I wonder if you guys are also possibly familiar with the band Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Band Yes from the 70s, 80s, yeah, and even still playing. So they have Yes had one #1 song. Owner of a Lonely Heart. Yeah, it sounds just like that, but here's a little clip.
This is my junior high school.
Once they make this video, are they bad, bro?
Hey, that beat is crazy.
Yeah, that's a great beat. They made a video on it. So the guy playing lead guitar there, Trevor Rabin. Trevor Rabin is his name, okay? And you know what else Trevor Rabin is famous for? What's that? This song.
He made
Are you serious? Yes.
Oh, Trevor made
way back in around 2002, 2003. He came up with the theme song, and Trevor joined us from Los Angeles.
Hey, Trev.
Hey, hi. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, number one, we thank you so much for your work on composing that theme music because, man, it has staying power, and it is just immediately recognizable to say, hey, the NBA on TNT is on. How'd you come up with the idea? What drove you to that?
As far as the aggression goes, I remember when Kurt Rambis was Kurt Line, Clothesline.
By Kevin McHale.
Kevin McHale. And so the beginning of it was kind of the aggression that hopefully that brought. But I really just wanted to write a theme that would be memorable and broke some barriers that, were always there for kind of sports themes, and brought some rock and roll into it, and obviously used the orchestra as well.
So let me ask you a question. Was it specifically made for us, or you had it working on another song?
No, it was specifically done for the show, and it was great. I had such fun doing it. It's funny because I do film scores, and one of the movies I did was a film, Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington.
Oh, yeah.
And I wrote the music for that, and I think that's what led them to asking me to do this, and I jumped at it because I love basketball. I've been a fan for years.
So how many times have you played and performed Owner of a Lonely Heart? Think you've reached 1 million times yet?
Well, I probably 500 times when I was writing it, but since then, thousands of times on the road. In fact, I remember one concert I did, we were playing the Summit, and the night before we were at the hotel, and I saw Charles walking through, because I guess you were playing in Houston, and we played the next night. You won.
Well, my question is, as a great songwriter, composer, would there be a melody to that TNT song? And if it had a hook, what would it be?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I have to think about that. I just write lyrics over the theme that it is, and maybe I can use some Croatian. Hey
Trevor, I got a question for you. What's better, writing a great song or singing a great song?
I think the writing is the most satisfying thing, but being on the road is something which has always just been so great, such a thrill.
Yes. Hey, and we appreciate it, and we encourage folks to also check out the New York Times article by Sopan Deb, profiled Trevor the other day and talked about the history of theme song, and it's great to put a face with the music, Trevor. Thank you so much for your great work, and you've kind of given us the signature music for our show for as long as a lot of us have been here. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was great fun.
I'm joined today by the one and only QJB, who's watching the game from home in the Tar Heel State.
I see you, man. Looks like a perfect spot for some hoops. What is he doing here today? Larry Bird doing what he does best.
Score that one and add a point. We're rolling.
This is Ernie Johnson. Thanks, Trevor Raven. Thanks. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday, Stakes.
Only 6% of between
the legs and behind the back.
That needs to change.
Durant.
So I did
defense is on him like
I created a block.
He dots the I from downtown.
And now we have a program that's dedicated to making tomorrow a better day for Black businesses. I am Tiffany.
Ooh, clunker from downtown. Ooh, clunker from downtown.
But if you're a kid with diabetes, it's more. It's the simple
It's a miss. Follow your shot. Oh, right.
Tell me about this epic stuffed crust pizza.
It's made with fresh, never frozen dough and stuffed with cheese.
The SWAT team is protecting that basket.
I knew it.
Put him on skates.
People were afraid it was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentyx. 4 years ago.
Put that in the book.
Look and feel better with Cosentyx. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and low ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur.
He goes to the glass and passes.
Cosentyx.com.
Without more renters getting
defense is like a wall holding back that drive. Put him on skates.
Larry with his legendary accuracy.
Every year in the future.
Pete, no listings of 2178.
Defense is slowing down this drive.
78.
You sure?
Okay. You thought you were going to make that?
The most popular place to find a place.
Heard that slug from here.
Like you're floating on air? You can with Skechers' new Drag Step footwear.
Super Street.
Our Aero Comfort outsoles give you a firm, soft landing.
Kevin Durant.
Plus, they have Skechers' exclusive
The defense
airfoil
is
memory
really
foam.
controlling the
Try
pace
Skechers' new
here.
Glide Step.
Turnover.
So then I said to him, you want to customize your car insurance Liberty Mutual, so you only pay for what you need.
Dad, can we talk about something other than work? It's the weekend.
You thought you were gonna make that?
Going to the glass yet again.
Hot dog or chicken?
He recovers the rock.
Only pay what you need.
Liberty.
On fire streak.
Don't get blown out.
Strong controlling that drive.
Knowing your doctor and watch.
Bradley. On fire streak, the double alley-oop is just showing off. He got the speed miss, got it out. Boy, does he have handles.
Your Mount Rushmore of sports studio shows.
Oh goodness, horse shows. Gotta think about this because I don't want to overlook stuff. When I think of the greatest studio shows of all time, well, you have to start with Sports Center.
Pulled off the win. That's how you move up the ladder.
Version. Sports Center touched everything, every sport.
The NFL Today on CBS.
Jimmy the Greek, Herb Cross, Jay Kennedy, and Brett Musburger. That was great television.
It set the template for modern sports studio shows.
The Giants will win it, let's face it. They've got too much defense. I didn't know such a company, man.
I think Tony and Michael have had as much of an influence on sports TV.
Well, my Mount Rushmore at the top is the NBA studio show.
Inside the NBA could really get all four spots. Charles, Ernie, Kenny, and Shaq.
Colorful personalities who say interesting and sometimes controversial things.
God can make crowns with checks.
Are good television.
People have a relationship with Inside the NBA.
It's the show that tells the story of the league better than any show before or since.
You only have to look at how everybody's been chasing it for all these years, probably since Barkley came in 2000.
They have changed the culture and uplifted the game of basketball. It's a part of NBA fans' experience with the league.
So many different versions of ex-athletes talking about the sport that they know well, but none of it became as important as the game itself as Inside the NBA.
They all try to copy it, but they can't. The rite of spring and summer in the NBA is the playoffs and the finals. When you finish the finals, you'll hear about ESPN trying to come up with a new NBA studio show. It's like clockwork. It's amazing.
They make it look easy. And that's why it's one of the greatest sports shows of all time. It's not easy, but they make it look easy. Good night, everybody. Oh, sure.
It's Ernie Johnson.
I'm not making a face on it. I'm not in control.
It's funny to see how folks react to the show, because up till then I'd never been a part of anything that was spoken of in such these reverential TV terms, you know, and it was like greatest studio show ever, or the greatest. And I'm like, really, are they talking about our show? Are we talking about the show where Kenny missed because of a zebra? Is that the show we're talking about? You mean where we weighed a Hall of Famer? Really? That's the greatest show?
When you see the success that the show has had, when you see the moments that the show has been able to generate, then people want to have that for themselves. But it's tough because it's this magical combination of personalities that, you know, I don't know if they'll ever really be duplicated.
One of the greatest things about Inside is that they got their crew and they left them alone.
You just don't see that. You always see somebody tinkering, and somebody's, oh, yeah, it could be better. Yeah, the only way we tinkered really is we added Shaq, who was this bigger-than-life personality who, if you don't make a run at Shaquille O'Neal when he's available, then you're not thinking.
Was turkey sausage or pork?
Yes.
Oh, you can't eat pork now? I told you I never eat pork. Only in the morning.
What the? Did y'all just... Did y'all...
Look, we're kind of winging it. You know, we're human. And it really paid off because we were talking about everything, and it became like this just big discussion show that wasn't as much highlight driven as it was camaraderie and chemistry, and you can't do that if you're just staring at a teleprompter and saying, what do I say next?
What kind of sauce is it? No, what kind? No, just say it's
Just say it's turkey.
No, this one is.
No, just say it's turkey. No, just say it's turkey.
Oh, it's turkey. So okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
This motherfucker just, y'all just gonna let that go? I'm Muslim after breakfast. Because I gotta have my sausage and cheese omelet. That's like the funnest thing you ever said.
I think Shaq's reasons for joining the show were similar to Charles. Charles, and I can remember him saying, it just looked like they had more fun at TNT.
What are you hearing? What happened? Did anybody actually confront anybody with all these attempts to do that after the game?
At the moment right now, I'm in the Rockets locker room. The team is gone. They've all headed to the bus. Actually, outside of their team bus, there is a police presence just to make sure that nothing else develops or escalates.
They're not laughing.
Through the wonder of the modern interweb, we got JB joining us for the game.
Yes, sir. What is going on? I'm ready for some great basketball today. Holy moly. Take a look at who showed up to the playground today. It is a true legend. Larry is on point with his signature shot.
Pardon? The police, brothers? Are you kidding me?
Rick House going up.
Come on, man.
Reports that LAPD was called.
LAPD was called.
Play. Keeping it alive.
These two, man. Oh, man. Come on, man. Because they
Better try something else.
In the talent department, we're always trying to stay a few steps ahead. We're paying attention to what players are charismatic.
No, veto. Not a big.
Somebody has to do it.
The big correct Mundo.
It seems like they would be a great fit for any of our networks, any of our shows.
I don't like my quotation.
You thought you were going to make that?
I'm a quotations kind of guy.
So Shaquille O'Neal, of course, was a person that we were paying attention to for a very long time.
With the first pick in the 1992
Super Street.
the Bird pulls up. Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State. If you saw Shaq play back in the day, he was the
Better
biggest,
try something
baddest
else.
How did you get a shot clock violation? Who doesn't want to shoot?
On fire streak.
The score is beginning to reveal the story of this game. A mismatch.
This feels personal.
The greatest force in the league.
Score!
He took over the city. Like a lot of players come to the city and they just play for the city. He took it over.
She had good personalities. We knew all of our people that we hadn't seen someone like Shaquille.
Lucky that brick didn't shatter the backboard. Bird. His aim was a little off there.
Dunk on people. Shaq wanted to ruin people.
Get that out of here, little man. The shove. Streak. Jordan. The defender is all over him.
James Harden goes in for his signature shot.
He has handles. That shot was perfect. Take an extra point. Harden. Shooting from the perimeter. Defense is slowing the drive to a crawl. Defensive rebound. A rebound and passes it out. Streak.
The signature shot from Larry Legend.
There was no ego with him. It was just, he understood he wanted another
Grabs the board.
that guy right there.
Another rebound. You got to control the boards.
Who want to see Coach Ronnie James?
Keeping it in the family. Good for a charge ball. Make it a three.
I think his ultimate goal was to have fun.
Defense is running down that shot. If you don't like that, I got nothing for you.
Shaq is an entertainer.
Defense is slowing down this drive.
Funny people out there.
I heard that stuff was
Here's a dude who comes into the room, has a moment where he thinks he's around. He's not Then he transitions. He starts doing
Jordan.
beats, right? He should be and then once again, shifts and becomes one of the biggest entrepreneurs in the world.
Turnover. Mark it for two. Run, Forrest, run. The defense is clearly controlling his pitching.
Unbelievable career path.
Look at the ball handle.
Anybody who was around Shaq for any period of time during his playing career could see that TV was probably in his future.
Street.
I always used to joke with you because you always used to say something that made me mad.
Defense is slowing the drive to a crawl. Super Street.
One of the hand issues, I think the problem is that Kenny Smith running their mouth with
A lot of it goes back to the 1995 finals when Kenny's
from the parking lot. Bobbing and weaving.
What's up?
We're down to the final minute.
Defense is on him like glue.
Now what? The luckiest championship we've ever won in my life.
Whenever I see Shaq, I'd always ask him a question about Kenny or about Charles or Ernie, and he'd always play along.
The one that said they had the birthday to Kenny Smith, I don't know who that is. So, Kenny Smith, whoever you are, happy birthday.
Look at Bird, jumper.
You know, you
can't miss with a supercharged ball. Defense is like a wall holding back that drive.
Thanks, Charles.
Cherry
Tom Bites, one of our producers, the guy who always used to plant those, and sometimes you hear his voice on those things when he's
Double alley-oops are special, but that was extraordinary.
No, because Kenny's a bum. He let Justin Timberlake
cannot get past his defender.
Shoot a jump in his face.
Fisticuffs on the court. Bird. Havlicek. Already on fire.
If somebody told me I'm the first team all NBA, that would not be the thought process.
The defender is all over him.
The show started to evolve.
Cash.
Notice. We started
Super
winning
speed
awards.
lottery
We were
pick.
really cranking. Everything was cool. And then, Shaq retired.
After 19 years, I'm announcing my retirement from professional basketball.
A win a championship doesn't mean you feel good.
Orlando
someone
to go to
else
the news
feels
conference
bad.
and make sure we were there for his official announcement. And they said, we're ready to meet with you to talk about the future.
Thank you very much. I love you, and I will miss you, but I do plan on entertaining you for the next 19 years. Whether it's TNT, ESPN, CNN, whoever wants to hire me, my office is open up on Monday. Give me a call. Thank you very much.
Guys like Kenny, Charles, and Ernie, you guys don't hold back, man. I know it's all comments. It's all fun.